Hi everyone, this is Mr. Fusion Designs and welcome to our channel. Today we are doing another build from the Fast and Furious build, Brian's Nissan Skyline GTR. It is pack 8. We are doing all the way from issue 33 all the way to issue 38. So we're going to take a look on our first issue, what's going to come in this magazine. I do like these. Wow, I like that. That's great. So, brake servo. Okay. So we're gonna build onto firewall. A few more parts onto that. Okay, looks like a good issue. So let's get on with that. So this is our parts. I'm gonna try work from the pack so you can see which parts I am taking out. So you can see these two parts. So that's all we need for now. We need to put on this cap, which is not directional. It just, let's get a close up. We push that in just like that, so it's gonna go into this location. So let's just find that. So you can see it's like a D-shaped hole, so you know it just pushes in, and that's how that should look. It's quite difficult because everything's black. I'm gonna leave that just there. Now we're gonna need this part, and this will go. I don't believe it matters which way, or actually it does, and I just need to make sure. I believe it goes yes this way. Goodness me, it's quite difficult to see. So this way up with this peg like that, and you would just need to put these two in this position, and we need to screw that in place with 2 AP screws, and that's to the rear just here. So I'm just gonna get that done. So that's screwed in place, that's looking excellent. Now we're gonna need this part, this, and I think while we're here we will take this and the yellow cap. So let's just put this to the side just for now, and let's just see, it goes like this. So it will push through. Make sure it's pushed firmly in place. Like that. And now with this cap, again, just pushes onto the top of this. Like that. I'm sure you could put some decals on that, and it's not any direction, they all look pretty much the same there. And we're gonna need to put that into the top end of this. I'm gonna put mine, let's just see which way I prefer it, like that, because there's just a little mark there I could see towards the back. Then you won't see that. So pushing that carefully, but hold on. Yes, that is correct. It should be tilting. Hopefully you'll see that. Let's see. So it's tilting slightly to the right. And that's looking excellent. So let's see what else needs to be done. We have our chassis back. I do love this build. Look at it, it's just excellent. Now we're gonna need 2 of these pipes. So you can see it's 2. And there should be a longer one and a shorter one, so let's just measure that up. So you can see the shorter one is this one. And we're gonna need to put this, let's just see, onto the... Sorry, I just need to double check. So you have 2 pegs just here, you can see 1 and 2. And let's just put 1 onto the back end here. And then onto this peg. So that's how that will go. So that's pretty straightforward. Now we're gonna need the longer one that just goes onto the next one. It's saying to cross over, and there's 1 peg just there. It's not telling us to go under, it's looking like it's going over it, so let's just put that like it's showing us. So just like that. Goodness me, bit of a tight push. Up, there we go. That's just there. If yours is a bit difficult, then just as you see, just get something and just scrape it out, but not too much. That's really tight in there now. And this one, and finally this one. This part we need to keep to the next issue. So let's just take a look at what we need to do. So with the cross section, just push that over. And there we go, just like that. And I believe it should just, I believe it's these 2. Yep, it's just here. Oops, sorry, I had the wrong way. So, this part. Well, that's excellent, I like that. Fits really well. And that is the end of this issue. So, we've done this and that. So, let's get on with the next one. We have issue 34. Lovely. I think this was my favorite one, Tokyo Drift. One of my favorite ones. I really liked that one. Battery. Okay, that's quite a few. Oh my goodness, really? We are actually mounting the engine. Wow. That's great. Okay, I'm excited about this one, so let's get on with it. These are our parts, so I just opened it up. Where's the part we need? Is it actually here? I'm not sure now. Oh, so that looks like silver in the magazine, so it's this part we need. And this yellow cap. So let's just do that, and this part. I like that. That's really nice. Seems like a battery cover or something. Okay. So let's put our cap on so you can see straight onto this part. Perfect. So sometimes you need to just persuade that that's fully now inserted. Let's get now our next part. We have our chassis back, so I think we need to put the battery, which goes this way with the red plus sign. It should just go in this location. Just get that inserted. Push down. Did that go? I think it did. Yes, it did. And this part should just fit into this location. They're quite tight. I'm not sure. I might put a bit of glue on the underside just to keep that in place. But that's looking amazing. So we're gonna just leave this here for now. So it's just this part we need. I think these two, these two red caps, it's just showing us two. And this. So let's get these red caps on first. So they just push on. Doesn't matter which way they go. That's one. Oops. The cap flied somewhere. Hopefully it's just okay. It's just here. And our cap just fits into this hole. That cap's not a problem. Now this will need to be fitted on these two pegs. You can see just there. This is excellent. Wow. So far this is a lot of detail on this engine, which really, even there's a sticker onto, let's see if I could get that on there for you. Where are we? No. Okay, there we go. There's a sticker just on there, so you can see there's a lot of detail. We have these two clips, those in bags. So let's just find to put these in place. It's telling us just like that, so let's put one first. That's pretty much there, and the next one just beside it. And I think there is there something on that? I'm not sure. I really can't tell. Can be. And the next one just a little further down. But if you could see what I mean, like little things like that, you don't really see that on other builds. They did go quite a lot out on this. So that's now done. Now the exciting part. We have our engine. I do love this engine. That's crazy. So this, I think that just goes. We have to get. So you can see it's this engine mounting plate, and then there's another one just there, and we have to balance it onto these 2 points. So let's just slide this in, and I think we're there, and the other one's there. Okay, great. So far we're doing well. So we need 2 AM screws. I dip mine in a bit of oil. So let's just get this lined up. think mine just should be fine there. Well, that's firmly in place now, and that's solid. Wow, I haven't seen an easy engine to go in that well, so I'm really happy with that. Now these pipes we're going to retrieve. So 1 and 2 of these silver pipes and these 2 caps. Okay, so let's just put the longer one to the side for now. And I believe just insert one end like that. And with that we need to put this onto this section. I might need to turn this so I can see where the other end goes. Okay, I see. I think it's easier. It's just there. I'm not sure if I could get a close up with this. Let's see. Okay. It's here. That should be a lot easier now to push into place, which it is. There we go. And then this end. So that goes there. And this end should just fit there. There's a bit of crimping on that pipe, which I'm not a fan of actually. But that's in. Let's just leave that like that. You can see. We will need now another one, the long one. And trying to get a good position. So plug one end. Just like that. Let's get a close up again. Where are we? It's just onto this back end. There we go. And then the next one should just go on this section. I am loving this build. That's great. Wow. I like that. The only thing I don't really like is that crimp. I might put a bit of cable inside or some kind of wire to keep it more sturdy, and then you could do something. I might do that next time. So let's see what's next. We have our radiator from our previous pack, which looks great. We need to put this. So how do we go? Okay, there's the 2 locations, and we need to somehow get this in place. Okay, I see it now. Or do I see it? From the underside. Okay, let's carefully you know what, just give us a second. I'm gonna put my mat down just to protect the engine. There we go. Makes it a lot better. So turn this facing the circle towards the fan, and there's a pipe that needs to be fitted into this place. Hold on, let's just get one side first. and raise this pipe up carefully. I'm just really slowly getting this in place. Okay, and there we go. Wow. I'm telling you, I've done a lot of builds that when you connect the pipes up to the radiator, you find it very difficult. But with this, you've seen how easy that was. So anyways, this is an SM screw that we are fitting just here. Excellent, that's both of them now screwed in place. I can't get over this build. Wow. Okay, this is probably our exhaust will come off that. Did we miss this pipe? I think we need to connect this pipe up as well. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Yep. There's just a small hole just here. I really don't like this pipe crimped like that. Let's try get this pipe in first. Okay, that's now pushed in place. We have just one more part, and this part we will need to keep to the next stage. So it's just this small pipe which connects. Okay, that's pushed in place. That wasn't easy to put, really, but I don't know where this is going just at the moment, and I probably will do something about this crimping right there. I might cut it shorter because that crimp is not looking that pleasant. So with that set in mind, this is the end of this issue. Let's move on to the next one. This is issue 35. I really enjoyed issue 34. That was great. Nice. Front parts. Wow. It's getting better and oh my goodness. Wow. Love it. So let's get on with that. This is the parts. I'm lost for words. That comes in this issue. Let's look at it. I have to say, I'm not just saying this. This is metal, but if you're gonna do a build, I highly recommend this build because I believe you will really enjoy it. If you like the Fast and Furious, then you're gonna love this. I like that. Wow. My goodness. Twin turbo. That's excellent. So that part and this part, sorry, it's not this part, it's this part. So that just pushes on. There we go. You can see just like that. And I think we need to do I jumped ahead really, I got excited. We need to do this as well. Just push this slightly over. There we go. I made it a little bit difficult for myself. That's that one. Now we need a, let's find it. I believe it's this. Better be this, yeah. Okay. And we need to just put this part like that. Let's just get that close up. believe there's like this little peg just there. I think it needs to be facing this way. Like that. Oh, I can't get over this build. You have to excuse me. We need this part again. I did take off the pipe. I'm gonna tell you what I did. So you can see I just got this bit of metal. It's like a bit of cable, a wire, and I've inserted it into the pipe. I've not done it yet, but I'm pretty sure it's going to work. I hope it does anyways. And like that, you should be able to manipulate the way this moves, and hopefully without a kink. Well, that's in. It's a lot better. I'm not 100% happy with it. Let me just try and get this, but a lot better. If I fiddle around with it more, I can get it exactly the way I want it, but I'm happy with that at the moment. I might be doing this for this one as well. You see, you will see. And now, let's get back to what we was doing. Let's see, maybe if I take this pipe off, it make it a bit easier. I think. Yeah, so you can see that will go that way. And then we push this back where it needs to go. And that, there we go. That was a lot more simpler. Let's just make sure. Yeah, wow, that was a bit difficult, but hopefully you could see that it just went on there, and you can see that just there, so I'm happy with that. I think this stage is making me a bit too excited. I forgot, oops, I even left this off. Goodness me. You can see I'm quite excited. So let's put this just here. Back where it should be going. There we go. And then this goes here. It's a D-shaped hole. Okay, wow. So that's here and that's there. Everything's looking good. We have this part that I forgot to put in. Which should just go here, which I think is going to be very difficult with this pipe there. Perhaps this angle, and I think, yeah, very good. Okay. Make things sometimes difficult for myself, but it did go in finally. Let's get this back on. Okay, I think that's looking like it should. Let's just make sure before I move on. So now that's all finally done, looking really good. We need this part. It has a K&N sticker. I like that. That's great. So turn that over just like I did. And we have these two brackets. And with that, we need to screw them in these two locations. And with the top end like that. Let's get this in place. same again with the other side. Let's just get that close up. Don't have to over tighten it, just enough to get nicely tightened. So that's that. Now we're gonna need to do just this last part, and it's just a push onto these two pegs. It's like, I believe this is like the horn. So that's 1 and 2. So that's that. And we had 2 parts left over. So that's the end of this issue. So let's move on to the next one. This is issue 36. So let's get on. So front part of bodywork. Wow. Okay. My goodness. This is gonna be great. Alright, let's try not get excited on this issue. These are our parts. Now, I really am lost for words because you don't see this often in part work builds. You have like the carbon fiber effect there. Just look at these grills. It's I'm lost for words. That's like, wow. Okay, let's try and not get excited again. We need to get our fan now ready. And we need some AM screws. Let's put this to the side. Now the fan should just push on. Let's just get that close up. So like this, and that just pushes on. I would like to mod this. I can make that actually spin, but I don't know. Hopefully I won't. Knowing me, I will. It goes here. Exactly right there. So I'm going to get that screwed in with a AM screw. Excellent. So we have our arms. I believe that just goes, you can see a slot there and it screws there. It's just there and there. And we need again a AM screw. So let's just get that screwed in. Excellent. I like that. Now we're gonna need our body back. Okay, we have our chassis back with our engine now mounted. I can't get over this. And it does matter. I didn't think it does. These brackets does matter which way they go. So the way I have this, I did have to turn one of them over because it is a bit longer to fit onto these positions. So you will see if yours is too short, that means the bracket, you have to turn it over, and you will see mine's just slots now and lines up. And if mine, the first time I tried that, it didn't. It was a bit too short. So just bear in mind, if yours doesn't line up, just swap it over. And we're gonna put 2, hopefully you can see, where are we? 1 here and 1 here. We need 2 AM screws and 2 more here. So let's just get this screwed in place. That's the first one going in. Excellent. So let's just try and show you. So there's one there, another one there, one here, and one anyway, just there. My goodness, it's looking great. So now we're going to need some of the parts we had previous from the next build. So we need these two parts from our last issue, and they would just line up with the radiator. So it's just these two. Oops, sorry, maybe I could get a close-up. So it's just here. Let's just get that one first. This one, and let's push this one in. Sorry. That's 1 and 2. Same on this side. So you can see what I mean. Like other builds that I'm sorry I'm mumbling and going on about this build, but you don't see this. I'm telling you, you don't see this much detail in other builds. Not builds that I've done anyway. So I'm really impressed so far with this. So that's with that finished. We're gonna need our radiators. So it's the one with the 2 holes. Turn that over, and you see the holes are slightly towards the top of this, but I think let's just make sure. So it's the holes has to be towards the bottom end, and you can let me just get the close up. So it's these locations with the bottom end of the screws that needs to be fitted, so you can see it's towards the bottom, and that will go here. And we need 2 AM screws. Let's just get that now screwed in. That's screwed in place, quite solid. Now we have this end that needs to be fitted. Let's see if we get that again. Let's line this up. I believe it goes like that. Looks like it. I don't think it goes. Doesn't matter which way it goes. Yes, it won't fit on that a certain way. You will see from that end. And let's push that all the way. I'm so impressed with that. No screw holes showing. That's great. So we've done that. Now we need to do some other parts. We're gonna need this part now. And I believe this was from our previous issues. I can't remember which one. It does say somewhere issue 20. And well, that just pushes on here. It is a D-shaped hole. See if I could get this in picture. And just carefully push that all the way through. Like that. And we're gonna need to put this. Okay, I think there we go. Just like that. We need 2 AM screws, so just here and here. So that's screwed in place. We have now this lovely part. It's these two parts, and they will just fit over each other like this. There we go. So you can see that. And we need to just get them AP screws just here. So that's screwed in place now. Let's see how this will be fitted. So I believe how does this go? Like that. I think that fits onto these two locations. And it needs to be pushed in. So that's pushed in now. We have our cover. I think this should be going like that. Okay. I had to adjust this part to fit over this. It's quite important, really, because you won't fit the part correctly. I didn't see that, but it's in place now. And now, with this part like this, should just fit over. And the other part here. And there we go. That's looking poor. You have to admit that's pretty amazing. That's took my words away, really. Okay, let's get on with the next part. We have this part that should just go to the front here. I believe it's here and here. There we go. That just fits onto it. That's really good. With that, we need two QM screws to be screwed in place. Let's see if I can get that again. It's just in these locations. That's in place. Everything fits amazingly well. And I think last we need this wire. It is metal. It does go. Hopefully there's a hole just here. And does this go from, no, sorry, this should go from the top end. Let's just get that in again. And the other one just here. And you can see what I mean, because look at that. It just goes onto that, fits onto that ledge. And that makes a lot of difference. So with that, we have just one part left over, which is this. That looks really good. That's probably gonna go there. So that's the end of this issue. Let's move on to the next one. We are continuing with issue 37. This pack has made me really excited, so I'm sorry if I be behaving a bit over the board, but rear subframe and brake lines. Okay. Okay, great. That looks good. Oh, are we touching? Oh yes, we are. Wow. Excellent. That looks good. Okay, let's get on with that. These are our parts. I believe you need to take the left side out, which is that one. You can see the L. And we need to get 2 more L's. Let's see if it's these brackets. I could see an L just there. There you go, L. And okay, another L there. So we need them. Now with this, we need to have the L. Let's see if we can get this in this direction. And this one with this L with this curve, this side. Let's see if it fits on. Bit of persuasion. Let's line that up. So, like that. And then this one, that's more squared off. Like that. And we need to screw that in place now with a QM screw. And we need to screw it in on this side and the other one onto this side. I've dipped it in a bit of oil, which should make it a lot more easier. Okay, so that's now screwed in place. They are moving. So that's the left side done. I believe you have to do the right side now. So just let me leave this here. Let's take our left side. This should be our right side, which it is. There you go. And we have to get this in the correct order again. So, like that on this arm. Bit tough getting this in. Let's line that up. Looks to be okay. And then the other side. Just like that. So you can see it in this direction. Again, we need 2 QM screws. Definitely put these in some oil because believe me, it will make it a lot easier. So let me just get this one screwed in place. Okay, that's both of them now screwed in place. You can see that's moving, and there I've dropped a bit of oil which I need to clean up. Let's just wipe that off. There we go. So that's now screwed in place. Let's just get the other part. Okay, we have our rear lower cross member. So you can see it like this, but we have to turn that over. And with this left side, let's see if we get a close up. With the left side, you can see 2 pins. There you go. And that should just go into these holes. 1 and 2. There we go. Let's push them firmly in. So just like that, we're gonna need 2 CM screws. So I'm just gonna get these in place. So that's now in place, moving quite freely there, nice and solid. We have to repeat now on the opposite side. We can see the right one. let's just do that like we did the same. Just line up the 2 pins. 1 and 2. Again with 2 CM screws. Let's see if that's nice. Yep, that's really good. Looking really great. So that's the end of this part. Let's get on to the next one. Okay, we have our part. It is the firewall. And all these pipes, there's 4 pipes. I've lined mine up to the top, all straight there, hopefully. So let's see. So you can see that's all straight there. But then when I run it down, it's slightly not in place, but in the picture it shows in this kind of angle, so I'm not sure if yours is going to be the same. So I'm going to put mine in this order. So this is the first one, second, third and fourth. So this long one, I guess we'll go on this first one here. And then the next one, just here. The third one, so following the next pin. The last one is a bit of a slight angle onto it, which made it a little bit more difficult to get that one in. Nearly there. Okay, so that's now all of them in place. We're gonna need to pass it behind this, so let's try and make this as neat as possible, and then run these 4 just down this line like that. But we're gonna need the part that we had from a previous issue. Let me just grab that. So if you remember, we had these 2 like brackets, and let's just try and make this as neat as possible. So like that, perhaps with a tweezer and make it a bit easier. Sorry I'm a bit quiet, but I'm trying to concentrate on this part, which I think I got it. Yep, I did. So let's just push that all the way. Okay, goodness, that was a lot more difficult than it actually was. I don't know if I made it more difficult for myself, but it does look really good when it's there. I might just tidy it a little bit more up. So let's just get on with that one. Our chassis back, and there's a few things we need to do. Oh, 2 things right now. So we have the long and short silver pipe. We just need the long one for now. And let's see if I can get this. Can I get this close up? You can see that just there, right there. That's where that pipe needs to go. So I'm gonna try and get that. But I think first, what's clever, you know what, let's try to do this first. So onto this part, I think it's like a vacuum pump or something. Let's put this to the top. I think that would be a lot easier. So that's pushed in. Then I believe it goes through the manifold. It looks like it's doing that. So you can see why I said to do it like that. And then bend this into this hole, which is, sorry, this peg. Sorry, my hand's right in the way. Where is it? Okay, it's just there. So you can see there's a bit of a kink in it. I think it's okay, but that's how that goes. And then the shorter one, for now, just plug it onto the bottom of this and leave that free. So that's it for now on those two pipes. I believe we need to now install our firewall. So this is our firewall, and you can see 2 points here. And let's just get this ready. A little bit fiddly, but I think we're gonna get there soon. Just be careful, no pipes are trapped. That's that there. Okay. So one side's there. There we go. So that's looking excellent. So we need 2 CM screws. Just here. That's nice and tight. That's looking rather nice. Goodness me, I haven't seen engines with so much detail. That's excellent. Okay, now we have to get these pipes. So let's try and figure this out. Now, the top one should be number 1. So that's number 1. Let's just get this all lined up. So this is my top one. That's number 1. Okay, and number 1 is going onto this peg. Let's just make sure, yep, that is number 1. So that's the first one inserted. Number 2, let's just try, oops, it came out. Before I put number 2, I think put number 2 first. I think that'll be a little bit easier. So this is number 2. You know what? I think these pipes are a bit long. I will leave them for now. If I need to cut them down to make it look a bit tidier, I will. Number 1's a bit... okay, it's okay. And number 3, which is this one, that will go to this peg. Oops, to that one. and number 4 to the last one, which is next to it. So just trying to push that in, which we just did it. Okay, that's looking excellent. So we could push some of these pipes up, make that look a bit more tidier. Love that. Now with the short pipe, which is this one, where are we? Okay, this one. I definitely think we're gonna need to cut this pipe. That's way too long. And it's telling us to put it, I believe, right there. So you can see, I did it off camera because it was not easy. I did put a bit of wire inside, and that's the best I could get that in without a kink. It wasn't that easy. We have this little bracket that we had from a previous issue, so we need to just insert this bracket onto the servo. I'm gonna first insert it into this servo here, and that's me a bit of a tight bit, nearly, and then we can plug this, clip this in. There we go. Now that looks amazing. So I believe then that's the end of this issue. So that's what we did so far. So let's move on to the next one. This is our final issue, issue 38. I have enjoyed this pack tremendously. It was thoroughly enjoyable. A lot of quality parts. Rear knuckles. So, okay. Okay, that looks good. So let's get on with that one. These are our parts that has come in this pack. So we're looking for the left side. That's the right side, I could see. And that's the left side. So that's the left side. Just about can make that. Now we need, I believe it's, let me just come back, this one, and 2 brackets, 1 and 2. Let's just move this to the side and get our arm ready, which is now going to be like this, and this inserted, let's just see, like that. And we're gonna put one at the bottom here, and then one to the top like that. So I'm gonna get these screwed in place with 4 AM screws. So let's just try get this all screwed in. So that's all 4 of them screwed in place. Takes a bit of time, but that's freely moving now. You can see that's how it should be. So we just need to get another part in place. We're looking now for the left side, so let's just see if we could locate that. Oh, there it is. Oh my goodness. So there it is, L. Wow. Okay, so we need to just put this to the top. Where are we? it has like a keyhole pattern that it just slots in place like that. And we need to put a AIM screw just to the top of this. So let's just get this in place. Okay, so let's get on to the next part. So I have drenched my part in oil, which helped a lot. So you can see it freely moves now nicely. Now we have this arm, and my hands are covered in oil. You can hopefully see an L there. And this will go, I'm going to put the L on the opposite side. And this will go onto this arm. Hopefully you can tell. Just like that. And we're going to need to put, no, I did have the right one. It was a GM screw. So let's just line this up, get it all the way screwed in. So that is screwed now in place. As you can see. I think it was necessary to put quite a lot of oil on this because it is a part that will be moving quite a lot, and I didn't want no really friction towards any of that. So we're going to get this now onto our next part. So we have now our part back. It's the left side. We need to get this one. So with the arm we just attached to, we need to get this right there. So like that. And we're going to put a RM screw through this. Let's just get that screwed in place. So that's screwed in place. That's looking great. Goodness me. So let's see, I believe that's how it should go. So it does have a key shape pattern. Also on this side, you could just see the bottom of that. So we need to just get that key shape pattern locked into that position, which is, it is locked there. So it should look like that. And we're gonna need a CM screw. So that's now screwed in place. And I believe that this is how this should be working. It's freely moving. So let's see how this goes. So we have the right side with the arm again. So you can see right. And this is the right side. So let's just put this like that. And again, we need our clamps that just fits over this and the other one just below it. And we need to secure that with AM screws. So I'm gonna just dip mine a bit in oil and get that screwed in place. That's now screwed in place. So I think that made that a lot easier instead of the other way I did it. So it's moving nicely. Now we're going to get our next part, which is this one, and that needs to be put in again, a key shape hole. So it is this way round. You can see because of this shaft is a bit more longer. Then we need a AIM screw just to the top of this. So that's now screwed in place. Let's just see if this moves how it should do. Can't remember how this moves. Okay, it's this arm. I think that's a bit tight on the top. And there we go. So that moves freely. So let's get on with the next part, which is, and I believe, where are we? It goes onto the arm we just did, just there. So we need a GM screw. And we're gonna get it into this location this way. Let's line that up and get that screwed in. So that's screwed in place. So we have now this part that we need to get in place. So just line this arm up like that, and might as well just get this ready just here like that. And we need a RM screw which goes this side. I'm trying to make this as clear as possible. This way. These screws are really long. So that one's now screwed in place. Gonna need one more. And again, sorry, I keep on moving the camera. We had a key shape hole that you can see there, and we need to just line that up. There we go. So you can see it just locked in place. And we need, with that one, a CM screw. So I'm gonna just get that screwed in. So that's screwed in place. And let's just make sure. And that's all looking like I believe it should do. And that looks really good. So let's just put that to a side. I'm going to show you what we have done. So our amazing engine has been installed. I believe this will go to the front. I'm not sure, it could be to the rear actually. That's to the rear, I think. And we had this part left over. So with that in mind, I would like to say thank you for watching. I had an amazing time building this pack. It was really enjoyable, and I really hope you enjoyed it as well. So with that said, if you could do us a massive favor, like always, if you could hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up, that would be helping us produce more videos and making more builds. And I'm gonna say thank you again, and look forward to seeing you all next time. Goodbye for now.